Hey family, hope all is well and glad to be with you all today. So today we had our second co-work with me session and it was cool. It was cool. And we are still working through the process of building this out, exploring what it looks like, identifying how it shapes up, how it works. And I'm sharing this update with you because sometimes you may have a great idea, but it's a slow churn, slow turnaround to get results. And some of the ideas just have immediate turnaround and you get the reaction you're looking for from Jump Street and it's awesome sauce. But when I compare today's session from the previous session, I could tell by just looking at the numbers, right, that there was a much better response. There was a much better piece of feedback I was getting. The results the result I really wanted, which is business owners and entrepreneurs in this collective workspace, I got that result. And there were more people who stayed for the event than who did in the first event. I came back and I told my team, that's progress. All right. That was exciting to just know that there was progress from the last session. Now, the numbers aren't wild enough for me to be like, oh man, we got this great response. And that is very subjective. But in part, the excitement comes because we're not the ones administratively pushing this event. We're not the ones that are, taking care of the marketing, et cetera. We're doing it in partnership with another group. So there is kind of a hands-off approach to this. Plus, there's a lot of things going on in the background. So given that reality, today's result was exciting. Beyond those who stayed, what was exciting was the intro that was done. There were some immediate connections made across the board. I know I got what I needed, which is the whole point of these co-working sessions, for you to come and to be a part of a small group, mastermind group, to catch inspiration, to figure out relationships and connections that are needed. I got some that I didn't expect. Didn't expect that. This was all about the co-working. And then there was one person who came after the fact. It's actually still going on as I'm recording this. So one person came after mostly everybody left and sat with him and started talking. And he's selling a product that we are kind of in the market for, but not yet. But in talking with him and getting to know him and him getting to know us, he helped us unpack some of the stuck areas that was causing kind of this mental barrier for our team in this particular area of how to build another vertical in our revenue line. And in talking with him, it became clear, wait a minute, this might be the path. And this, the funny thing is, I was trying to end a conversation because I had some stuff to do and I'm still behind schedule, right? So I say to him, look, I got a meeting coming up in about half hour. I just need to lock and get some work done. He said, all right, cool. A couple of seconds go by, promise you. I said, well, wait a minute. If you're saying this and we're talking about this, what about this? Y'all, it was, and I was trying to end the conversation, but when you get in the mode of thinking and strategizing, wheels are turning. I think even if we don't go down this route of choosing to build this vertical, just the conclusion that was reached about, if we build it, the best way to do it would be through this mechanism. Right? That is exciting. So when I talk about partnerships, when I talk about relationships, when I talk about getting to know people, when I talk about just the whole ecosystem of connecting and building and networking with people, it's for this purpose because you can't do it by yourself. And then there are these tangential connections that are built because of people in businesses that are separate and or connected to what you do in some way, somehow. It causes growth and it causes barriers to be shattered and it causes you to experience things that you've been, in some cases, praying for, asking for, and here you are, you're at an event and boom, there it is. Y'all, if you're not a part of a small group, if you're not a part of networking events, if you're not a part of a co-working session or a team or group of people, if you're not a part of any type of environment that brings entrepreneurs together to learn, to grow, to build, to think, to strategize together and independently, you're missing out. You're missing out. If you're building your small business, your new business, if you're taking over a business, if you're trying to scale your business at any level, whether you're at the mega level or you're in the beginning stages, the formula seems to be the same. Get around people who are smart, who are doing the thing that you desire to do. Raise the question about what you're trying to resolve. Or another way of looking at it is articulate a need you have and put it out there and let the world hear their need and watch the responses come back. It was so powerful and beautiful. And it happens so regularly that I'm not shocked by it. But I will tell you, I didn't plan to stay for the networking part because I had just a lot of things on my plate to do. And I got roped into conversations, and then I ended up sharing, and I'm like, the needs are met. So I challenge you, I encourage you to do that. Again, the fastest way to grow your business, fastest way to raise money, fastest way to scale is through relationships. And sometimes you don't know where the relationships are going to come from, but you've got to be a part of that process and put yourself out there to communicate a need that you have to others so that they can respond in kind. Hope you found this helpful. Hope you are on your way and on your journey towards where you're trying to go, but don't do it alone. You need folks to be a part of that ecosystem with you. I tell you, it'll make a world of a difference. Catch y'all later. Peace.